What if I told you there's a destination where you can witness some of the planet's wildest animal spectacles, and just a short flight away, sink your toes into powdery white sand? Tanzania and Zanzibar are a travel duo that's not just unique but virtually unmatched. Stay tuned as we count down the 10 experiences you absolutely can't miss. Before we dive into these unforgettable experiences, hit subscribe to join our community of explorers getting insider tips on exceptional destinations around the world. At number 10, let's talk about Zanzibar's pristine beaches. Each stretch of coastline offers something different, whether you're after relaxation or adventure. Nungwi, on the northwest tip, is often voted among Africa's top beaches by travelers. The sunsets here are especially striking, with the sky lighting up as traditional dhows glide by. If you're into water sports, Paje on the southeast coast is the place to be. The steady wind draws kite surfers from around the world, and the beach's wide, sandy expanse makes it easy to find your own spot. For something quieter, head to the southeastern tip near Jambiani. Matenda Beach is where you'll find dramatic rocks and sandbanks that, at low tide, are often empty except for a few fishermen. Snorkeling and diving reveal coral reefs with visibility up to 15 meters, teeming with parrotfish and butterfly fish. At number 9, Stone Town stands out as the historic heart of Zanzibar City. Wandering through its narrow, winding streets, I notice how the architecture blends Swahili, Arab, Indian, Persian, and European influences. Each carved door and latticed window tells a story. It's easy to see how the town's layered past, built by the Portuguese, then Arabs, then British, shaped every corner. The scent of cloves and cinnamon hangs in the air as I pass bustling markets, and the Shangani Mosque near the waterfront offers a glimpse into the local community's daily life. One place I can't ignore is the old slave market, now the site of the Anglican Cathedral. Visiting the museum here, I learn about Zanzibar's role in the East African slave trade and see the underground chambers that remain as a stark reminder of this history. Stone Town's UNESCO World Heritage status isn't just a title, it's a chance to walk through centuries of cultural exchange. Between spice tours that bring the island's nickname, Spice Island, to life and the annual Zanzibar International Film Festival, there's always something happening. At number 8, the Ngorongoro Crater is a place that feels almost unreal. I find myself looking out over the world's largest unbroken volcanic caldera, a UNESCO World Heritage Site about 16 kilometers across. The crater's steep walls drop down to a self-contained world where more than 25,000 animals roam: lions, elephants, buffaloes, and even endangered black rhinos. Herds of zebras graze on the open grasslands, and flamingos cluster along the edge of Lake Magadi, the crater's soda lake. The predator density here is one of the highest in Africa, so it's not unusual to spot lions lounging in the shade while hyenas prowl nearby. Standing at the rim, the view stretches out in every direction, a patchwork of grass, forest, and water that seems to go on forever. Special permits are needed to drive down into the crater, which makes the descent feel even more like stepping into a hidden world. Every moment inside is packed with wildlife encounters, from elephants moving through the trees to hippos wallowing in the marshes. At number 7, Serengeti National Park is on a scale that's hard to grasp until you see it for yourself. I stand on a plain that seems to stretch forever, listening to the sound of nearly 2 million hooves pounding the earth. The Great Migration is in full swing: wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles moving together across the grasslands in search of water and fresh grazing. Predators are never far behind. The Serengeti is home to the Big Five: lions, elephants, buffaloes, leopards, and rhinos, and it's one of the best places to spot cheetahs on the short grass plains. Hot air balloon rides at sunrise give me a bird's-eye view of the herds and the rocky kopjes where lions lounge. Guided walking tours with local experts let me see the park's smaller wonders up close. It's the only place on Earth where you can witness the Great Migration in motion. At number 6, Lake Manyara National Park stands out. For one thing you won't see anywhere else in Tanzania: lions that actually climb trees. Seeing these big cats lounging on sturdy branches is a rare sight, and it's the main reason so many people come here hoping to catch them in action. The park sits between the Great Rift Valley and Lake Manyara, with dense riverine forest along the crater rim and open floodplains leading to the alkaline lake. When I visit during the dry season, the water turns a striking pink from the microbes that attract more than 300,000 flamingos. Elephants move quietly through the forests, and hippos spend their days close to the water. With over 400 bird species and one of the world's highest mammal densities per square mile, every game drive feels packed with wildlife. Lake Manyara was set aside in 1960 to protect its elephant herds, and it's still a place where conservation and discovery go hand in hand. At number 5, Mount Kilimanjaro rises above the plains as Africa's highest peak and the tallest freestanding mountain in the world, reaching 5,895 meters at Uhuru Peak. Climbing Kilimanjaro is a goal for many travelers, and the trek is known for its changing scenery: lush rainforest at the base, then moorlands, and after 3,000 meters, a stark alpine desert where the temperature drops below freezing at night. The final push brings you to icy glaciers and wide-open views. There are several routes to the top, each with its own feel. The Machame route, often called the Whiskey Route, is popular for its varied paths and camping. The Meringue route, or Coca-Cola route, is the only one with hut accommodations. No ropes or special climbing gear are needed, so anyone with determination and preparation can attempt the climb. The sense of accomplishment at the summit is something that stays with you. At number 4, Tarangire National Park stands out for its remarkable elephant population. Tarangire has some of the oldest baobabs in Tanzania, forming its iconic landscape and giving the park a distinct look. Almost 10% of Tanzania's 50,000 elephants live here, and watching these massive herds move quietly between the ancient trees is something I always look forward to. It's easy to see why people call this place an elephant paradise. The park feels different from the busier Serengeti. With fewer visitors, I get a more intimate safari experience and can take time to notice details, like the way the Tarangire River draws in zebras and wildebeest during the dry season, creating busy scenes along the water's edge. Bird life is another highlight, with over 400 species recorded, from bee-eaters to ground hornbills. Sometimes I even spot rare predators moving through the grass. At number 3, try traditional dhow sailing. I board one of these hand-built wooden boats at Stonetown's Forodani Harbor, just as the sun begins to set. The triangular sail catches the evening breeze and the engine goes quiet about a kilometer out, leaving only the gentle sound of water against the hull. Dhow sails harness the monsoon winds, tying you to the same trading routes that once linked Zanzibar with distant ports across the Indian Ocean. It's a connection to centuries of maritime history, shaped by Arab and Indian merchants and local boat builders, who still use time-honored methods to craft each vessel by hand. The view of the coastline from the water is something I always remember. Golden light on the waves, the silhouette of Stonetown, and the calm that settles in as the sky changes color. It's your chance to sail history's wind channels at twilight. At number 2, snorkeling and diving in Zanzibar are experiences I always look forward to. The warm waters here are clear and inviting, with visibility that can exceed 15 meters and temperatures between 27 and 30 degrees Celsius. Nemba Atoll is the spot that stands out most to me. It's a protected marine reserve where sea turtles glide by and dolphin pods sometimes join in. The shallow reefs around the atoll are perfect for both beginners and experienced divers, with colorful reef fish darting through the coral. If you're here between October and March, there's a real chance of seeing whale sharks feeding near the surface, and sometimes even humpback whales passing through during their migration. The Blue Lagoon is another favorite, especially for spotting unusual creatures like mantis, shrimp, and starfish clustered on the coral. At number 1, I find myself in a Maasai village near the safari routes of northern Tanzania, close to places like Tarangire and Ngorongoro. The first thing I notice is the way the landscape shapes daily life. Tall Maasai warriors, wrapped in red shukas dyed with natural plant colors, move between homes made from earth and sticks. Their traditions are everywhere, in the way they herd cattle, craft intricate beadwork, and gather to share stories handed down over generations. Many Maasai families still live semi-nomadic lives, herding cattle and producing beadwork that helps support local schools. I get to join a traditional jumping dance, try my hand at making crafts, and listen to elders recount their history. Guided tours offer a real connection to their world, and I pick up practical tips like how to haggle in local markets from local guides who know every detail. Tanzania and Zanzibar are a journey of contrasts. Wild safaris on the mainland blend effortlessly with the island's tranquil beaches. It's this combination that creates such a unique adventure. One moment you're standing on the Serengeti plains watching a lion stalk its prey. The next, you're sailing on a dhow at sunset or exploring Stone Town's historic streets. So, whether you crave excitement or peace, start planning your own dual destination escape. If you found these experiences helpful, subscribe for more practical travel guides and ideas for your next adventure. Until then, safe travels.